You know what? I'm loving so many people are here this morning.
Yeah,
Love that.
Because some conversations I have with people and they're like, oh, really? That really happened to you? And I'm like, what bubble are you living in?
It actually doesn't have a positive effect on the body.
They know that they don't know and still won't go out and find the information.
Good morning, everybody. It's Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe Show, the home of Epic Conversations, and I'm the host of Epic Conversations. 2018 Innovation Award winner, 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. I also co-host and co-produce the only online show for dads and fathers and male caregivers that is sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care. And since 2020, we've reached out directly and indirectly to over 400,000 dads, fathers, and male caregivers around the world. As always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, solution for someone's problem, and the Dr. Vibe Show, created in Canada, syndicated around the world. And I didn't know the night owl was going to be here. I thought you were going to be walking your kids to school.
Hey, luckily my wife was here, so she's able to take on those duties for now. But good to see you. It's been a minute. And for those that may have forgotten who I am, because I've been on a couple episodes, my name is Ryan Knight, one of the co-founders of the Afro Caribbean Business Network. And also, I'm an entrepreneur running a company called Detailing Nights. And even though it is winter, we are still busy at work. So if you do live in a condo or work in an office building, we detail cars underground. So we're letting people know that's how we're keeping busy. But also we are preparing to franchise later this year. So a lot of admin and paperwork happening. So yeah, stay tuned for the journey of DK.
Are you planning to do detailing next week?
If it's underground, yeah, they'll be working.
Have you heard the weather? The weather's supposed to be getting next week?
No.
We're supposed to be getting, is it the Arctic, a polar vortex next week? Which is,
yes.
And they're saying, they're going to say that, they're saying that from about Monday till the end of the month, it is going to be ridiculously cold. So if the detailing's happening, it's definitely going to be underground.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, outside detailing has been shut down for a couple weeks already.
And there's progress coming along. There's progress coming along with the franchising, with the symposium. What is going on with those things?
Yeah, so excited that the symposium's getting its momentum. So we do have some awesome keynote speakers ranging from Brian Scudamore from 1-800-GOT-JUNK. Dr. George Fraser is going to be back. We have Chrisbeth Cowie from Empowered for X and Melissa Cadigan from Hot Perspectives. Those talking about how to structure your business as if you're franchising it and having those proper systems in place so that the machine can actually operate and you don't have to pull every lever. But then we do have our speed networking consulting section where we have about 10 facilitators talking about different topics. So Dr. Vibe is one of our facilitators. So looking forward to his conversation. And yeah, we're going to be starting to post each of the speakers. So stay tuned to our social medias so you'll know who's going to be there and what topics they're talking about.
I've already put in a request. Do I get the opportunity to pick up Dr. Fraser again?
We'll need to pick him up. So yeah, I'll definitely.
I'm already putting in that request.
Yeah,
and this time we'll make sure I'll get the documentation of our conversation.
Right. Where there'll be multiple. We'll have like multiple microphones and
this is
students back there this time.
Yeah, this has got to get right this time. We don't want to. Yeah, that was just a little bit from last time. So that I may see if I can get a student to just swing the iPad around instead of having a big camera gear, but definitely want to get that done this time. That is great. Well, we already got people hanging out this morning. So Fitness IQ Cam says, "Morning." Okay, says to you, "You're Mr. GTA now, LOL." Oh, JJ Mars from Colorado. I'm going to wonder, JJ Mars, how cold it's going to be in Colorado next week. Because if it's going to be polar vortex here, or is it Arctic? I don't know, Arctic or polar vortex. I want to know. Fitness IQ Camp says, I heard it starts on Sunday. I think it's really Monday, but yeah, Sunday. hibernation coming up. And also,
Mm.
Serena Wills, good morning from the brisk DMV area. We got a little snow and maybe more on the way Sunday. Not going to, and happy, I already posted, but happy belated, I don't know if you're supposed to say this, a lady, but she put it out there, 50th birthday, Serena Wills.
Hey, that's awesome. Nice.
So we definitely did it. And Just Tornado is in early. What is up, George Tornado? Loving having you on. This is fantastic. So you, there's so many different things going on this week. There's just a lot of craziness. Well, I guess on Monday we'll talk about it because Monday is the first day of 47. So we'll hold off till Monday on that.
Right. Yes.
So that is coming on Monday. I was talking to someone about your show, and there was a software that I mentioned. He goes, "Oh, I don't think that Ryan knows about that." So I'm not going to tell him yet about it, but we'll chat about it offline.
Yeah.
There's a real crazy AI software that I've been playing around with over the last few days. I sent some of it to somebody, and they go, "What is this?
Right.
What is this?" So Just Tornado says, no, actually, we got her. Fitness IQ says, "Happy belated birthday" at Serena W. Also, Serena Will says, "Thank you. I'm 50 and proud." I love that. I'm proud.
Good. Nice.
Looking forward to seeing what Chapter 50 has in store. Well, you know, Serena Wills, you're like many Black queens. You're 29 and holding. All right. Fitness IQ Camp says, "But wait, we want to know the AI software."
I know. Why is he being cryptic?
I want to have a way for you to pay attention to me. Otherwise, you wouldn't pay any attention to me. Just Tornado says, "Belated wishes on your milestone, Serena." Love the family is wishing this here. Fitness IQ Cam says, "Ryan, thank you for the in-video AI. I created a video that same night."
Nice. Yo, and videos great. I'm a fan of that one. And it has a free version, so people can just use it.
Yeah, is the free version watermarked at all?
Yes, that one's watermarked.
I don't want that. I'll pay for it. JG Mars says it's forecasted to be 5 to 10 below in some part of the state. Well, we're supposed to be getting worse than that.
Hold on, but 5 Fahrenheit minus 5 Fahrenheit.
Yeah,
so
Fahrenheit. That's cold.
That's nuts.
That's Well, that's what we're supposed to be getting to at least starting on Monday, Tuesday. Just Tornado says, "You and Ryan do great works on here. Thank you." So I enjoy joining in and listening too. Thank you.
Appreciate
you
it.
both. Great. Serena Will says, "Thank you for the birthday wishes. Wish you all here to share the cupcakes, brownies, and cookies I have." Shh, don't tell Carol.
Yes.
OMG. We won't tell Carol and Nicole. No. Don't worry. It's all good. Spoke with Carolyn we had Carolyn on. Yeah, we did have Carolyn on this week. So you can cheat every once in a while. Once in a while. Yes. Let me say 3 times. Once in a while. Okay? Once in a while. But it's been a I don't know. January seems a little slow than what last year, because it's just the third week of January. For everyone out there, how fast do you feel the year's gone by fast already? Not for me. Not for me yet. How about you, Ryan?
I mean, to say the year's going fast and we're still in January, that's where I'm like, no, I'm just enjoying each day, and definitely took a bit longer to get back in the groove after the holiday. I feel like I learned how to rest and not feel guilty, and then still do work and feel productive. So I'm trying to keep that vibe, keeping going into the new year. So yeah, it's definitely not feeling fast. Like, let January just be January.
And I guess too, with the colder weather, people are slowing and not doing as much.
True. Yes, exactly.
This is true. All right. Well, family,
did you know there's a Black gentleman running for prime minister?
Is that Frank
Bayless? Yes.
Yeah, I know. I've met Frank Bayless.
We have to try and get him on the show, because I don't think any of the other Black MPs.
I met him a number of years ago briefly. You know what? I will. well, I'm scheduled to go to this Black Men's Political Summit. He's scheduled to be there.
Gotcha. Nice.
What I will do is I'll make a intent to meet him face to face and give him a card and see if he comes on. Actually, guess who followed me on Facebook just recently?
On Facebook. Michael Couture?
You're right.
Really? Oh, nice.
He followed
That's
me
good.
on. So I'm going, known Michael for a long time and just,
Okay.
He's following you now.
He didn't respond to my text about if he's putting his hat in the race for prime minister. So being very mum, I'm curious, and he hasn't said anything that I've heard. So
that's how Michael rolls. That's how Michael rolls. But I will. And interesting enough, I'm just going to put out there. Haven't heard back from Operation Black Vote about coming on the show.
To promote the summit thing coming up.
I'm not. And then also, I have got a direct email for a gentleman named David Mitchell in regards to the Black Boys Missing, which I'm seeing on major media, but not on. They're not like I saw an interview two representatives did on a major media here in Toronto, but I haven't seen any local media stuff. But I'm going to try to reach out directly to, and I've got to do it today, a gentleman who I named David Mitchell to see if he will come on. I've actually got his direct address for a community organization that he does serving for. So I got to reach out directly on that.
And I think there was another town hall yesterday.
And there's another few ones come up. But of course, they do these town halls. What about Black media? Like I just find it interesting that I just put it out there and people can have their own lens on this. They go on all these major medias, great, but for some reason going to media that's targeted directly to Black Canadians, TikTok.
Right.
TikTok. I'm not saying, I'm just saying.
Yes.
Right? Okay. Serena Will says, yes, the sweets are once in a while. Yes, thank you. The streets are once in a while. My son is enjoying having them too. Good. JG Mars, former presidents Obama, Bush, and Clinton to skip 47. Ooh. I knew. Oh, and another thing too.
Yeah.
Guess whose birthday it is? And this Black queen is 61 years old today. Does anyone know?
61.
Yeah.
Oprah?
No, well, you're in the sort of not Oprah, but this Black queen is respected by Black men, Black women, white women, Black men. And you want a hint?
Okay, go for it.
I think a number of people in America wish that she would have ran for president.
Oh, wow. Michelle Obama? It's her birthday? Oh,
Michelle Obama turns 61 years old today.
Gotcha. Oh, so Capricorn. That's same as my wife. She's Capricorn.
Yeah, and you know what? She's not going to the inauguration.
That's who I heard first say, like,
but I didn't know about these other presidents. That's interesting. Well, it'll be interesting to see who doesn't show up. Plus, it's going to be very cold in Washington that day. So maybe 47 can't claim that he's had the largest audience ever to an inauguration. and then ironically, and it's being held on a Martin Luther King national holiday. That is really interesting.
Right. Yes.
Very, very interesting. Okay. Just Tornado says, Ryan, rest isn't the enemy of grind. It's the fuel. You can't pour out greatness. Oh, just Tornado's dropping knowledge.
Yes.
Rest isn't the enemy of the grind. It's the fuel. You can't pour out greatness from an empty cup. So take your rest, guilt-free, and come back ready to conquer. Love that.
We need to screen capture that. That's
yes. Fitness IQ Cam says, what's the name of the organizers that will have the summit on Saturday? It's a week from tomorrow. It's Operation Black Vote.
Right.
Serena Wills, snow and potential bad weather is expected on Monday here in the DC area. Let it be an ice storm on Monday. Well, we know where your sentiments are, Serena Wills.
Yes.
And then she also says, Michelle Obama, we're one day apart, Team Capricorn.
Nice.
Bam. Team Capricorn. They're 1 day apart. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to go on a break, and we have a brand new friend on the show today, Dr. Tyra Paylor. She's going to talk about what they're not telling you about health.
Right.
So we will be right back in about 30 seconds, and we'll have this new friend up. So hold tight.
If the black dollar was not important, they wouldn't be doing these type of commercials to get your business back.
The same people who don't want gun checks, mental health checks, all for open carry, and when your kid gets shot in school, they offer thoughts and prayers. Make it make sense.
Y'all don't understand how our government works.
I think the lesson that we learned from that 4 years is how miserable people are. Their misery is contagious.
All right.
Nice.
Catch Primetime Saturday live on Saturday afternoons with Aisha K. Staggers and Laura Lala Key, where two Black American queens try to make sense out of the nonsense that's going on in America. You like it? Like the promo?
Yeah, it looks fresh. I like it.
We're changing things up here. Did you like the intro today?
The intro, I definitely did like. Yeah. Let's start the morning right with the right morning vibe. I like that.
There we go. So before we get our friend up here, subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show on YouTube and hit the notification button. Want to hit 1650 family, where maybe people are sleeping or taking away from the getting me over, but we'll get it over. Help me out. Please share the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Join the Morning Vibe Discord group. Email me at dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. And I'm beginning to put content in there for our family. So hello. I put the link for that super long episode we did with Prime Minister Trudeau.
Yes.
And that's another thing. What about all this? See how all the provinces that won have United stand against 47.
Yeah, Alberta is like not.
Well, not a surprise. Well, the premier of the Alberta last weekend, she was at Mar-a-Lago hanging out with 47. But who else was there? There's a picture of her and Kevin O'Leary in 47.
Right. Oh boy. Kevin O'Leary was talking about the United States of North America, like how, I guess, putting a presentation about how that would be
and you see, if people don't think that North America is run by big business, if you don't get it now, your wood is wet. Let's put it that way.
You see the joke with Amazon and MGM Studios giving $40 million for
Melania
Trump documentary. It's like
they didn't give that. They didn't give that for Michelle Obama. They didn't give that for President Biden's wife, Jill Biden.
Listen, this is just sideways getting money or filtering money to, show Trump like, hey, look, we just put 40 million in your pocket. Yeah.
I was watching something really interesting. Chris Cuomo, formerly of CNN.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, no, we'll hold it for Monday. We'll hold it for Monday because Monday is the actual day. But I watched him and had a very interesting commentary about 47's presidency. So we'll hold that to Monday because we got someone on here. So to advertise your business, product, or service on any of my platforms, email me dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. And also cannot forget Indie Soup TV, home of Dr. Tachi's content creators, about 30 of them. There's the YouTube address, there's the website address, and over 22,000 YouTube subscribers in almost 9 months. And also, final thing, coming up on Monday's show, Diana Webley, lead producer of Kumba, Toronto's largest and longest running Black Futures Festival, which will be celebrating its 30th anniversary this February. So she's coming up on Monday's show. But we have a new friend here today, Dr. Tyra Paylor. I keep on wanting to say T instead of P. Paylor, and she is a globally recognized educator, speaker, and specialist in medical education from Howard University, my dad's alma mater, by the way. And she focuses on hematology and body realignment. We got to find out what I know a number of people that need mind realignment, but that's a whole other conversation. As an expert in the beauty industry and a body realignment specialist, Dr. Paylor has spent over 22 years elevating both health and beauty standards worldwide. Welcome, Dr. Paylor. Good morning. How are you? Oh, hold on. There. Are you with us?
I am. Thank you so much for having me on this morning. Healthy and wealthy rising, gentlemen. How are you this morning?
Outstanding.
Awesome.
Outstanding.
Such a pleasure to have you on.
Yes.
Thank you.
So before we get into it, can you give us a little bit of your background for our audience? Because the first time the family's meeting you.
From Washington, D.C. area, from the United States. First time here in Canada. Loving Canada. Just cold.
Yes.
And I tell you something, loving the experience here, but been in the health and been in the beauty industry for about 34 years now. Went to Howard University, as you spoke earlier, and before Howard, I went to beauty school and wanted to be in the beauty industry. So I made a deal with my mom because I needed her taxes to go to beauty school, and so she says, you can do that beauty school, but I want you to extend your education. And so went to beauty school, finished beauty school and at Dudley Beauty College there in Washington D.C. And after that I enrolled into Howard University, and I did a deep dive in blood, and it has been totally amazing. It's been totally amazing. And so there's so much education that we're not told about, that we don't know how to realign our cells in our bodies. So that's been a really, really deep dive, and it's been amazing. It's totally been amazing.
All right, good stuff. So what inspired you to dedicate your career to medical education, particularly in the hematology and body realignment?
It really started, honestly, from my mother's death of cancer. Cancer is killing so many people, men and women, around the world. It's been a pandemic before the pandemic happened, right? And for all nationalities, all ages, for everybody. And so for me personally, I needed to dive deep about the cells of the body. What's going to help the body to be able to overcome many illnesses. And I really learned this in at school. And we was really doing some studies one day, and I really saw how the white blood cells would absolutely devour a cancer cell right there in the scope. And that really intrigued me. That really intrigued me, of a cancer cell being devoured. And to see that happen, I'll tell you for your mind's eye, it almost was like if you have a piece of candy that's on the ground, and then ants are just swarming the candy, and you don't even see the candy anymore. That's exactly what it looked like. And to see that cancer cell to be obliterated, to be completely demolished inside of the cell structure, that really got me to thinking. So I really went to doing deeper study, deeper education, and really that was the thing, was my mother's death. So and then being in the beauty industry, every man and every woman wants to look good, their hair, having hair loss. Then I'm thinking, in the beauty industry, we learn that hair is an appendage of the skin, but the cell structure must be there. The vitamins and the minerals must be there in the derma papillae, so the hair can grow and come out of the skin. So that made me go even deeper. So that was really the main source that got me really going, and to see this, implement this in my own personal journey, not just for myself. I suffer from chronic eczema. My face looked like alligator skin. It was Actually my face was black as this here. It was so black, so ugly. It looked like alligator skin, dry, itchy, flaky, burning. Put makeup on, it would burn, it would irritate. It was on my face, it was on my arms, it was on my legs. And so I had to do my own body realignment. And so when people hear the word realignment, they automatically think of a chiropractor. No, this is intercellular body realignment within the blood.
That's so interesting you mentioned the realignment, but you talk a lot about cells, and I'm curious, what is it about cells that we really don't understand that we need to know more about?
We're not just human. Before we was human, we were cells. Real simple. Our cell from my mom, our cell from my dad came together. That was 2 cells. 9 months, here we are. We were cells first before we were human. So another thing I like to share is that, we have something that's called glutathione. Have you heard of it before?
No, Ryan has the wife that's the nurse, so he may have heard it more than me.
No, not me.
You haven't heard it?
No.
What about you, Dr. Vibe? Have you heard of glutathione? You have it inside of your body. No one teaches you this. No one teaches you this. And if you would even try to go and get a test done to check your glutathione levels, it's not even in the standardized testing for the blood. You have to, I know I'll speak for the States, you have to go to a third party laboratory, have your blood drawn and have it tested. They don't teach on glutathione levels. They don't teach on, everybody has it. And if you have children, when you look at your children or grandchildren, you're looking at high levels of glutathione because they're so young. So from age 0 to age 20, high levels of glutathione. From age 25 to age 40, it decreases. From age 40 to age 60, it decreases more. From age 60 to age 80, it plummets down to so many problems. So as our age increases, our glutathione decreases. So how can you have the proper balance of as your age increase, you can keep your cells healthier. Your cells flow from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. And it's going to every vital organ of the body. So when you're able to have the proper cells inside of the body to fight infections, the white blood cells does, the red blood cells give oxygen to the body. And then now you're on to how I was able to, my own personal testimony, no more eczema. Don't suffer with those issues anymore. So we know alkalinity. We heard of alkalinity, right?
Yes.
It's all a part about keeping your pH at a proper alkaline state. So there's a whole process that you have to go to. There's a whole process to be able to get your cells healthier. Your glutathione helps to reproduce these healthier cells inside of the body as your age increases. So now at your 60, I'm almost 60 years old. I've been able to rejuvenate my cells. I've literally seen people be higher age and be ashamed of not saying their age, but no, tell your age, because that's your experience. That's your experience. That's what you bring to the table. But when you can look healthy, have the energy, don't have any more hair loss, don't get rid of the wrinkles, have more energy.
Hey, I don't mind hair loss.
That's not hair loss. That's purposefully displaced.
That's your style. That's your swag, I should say. That's your swag.
Just like Serena saying 50 and proud. Like, yeah, we need to be proud of our age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So we interrupted you. Were on a roll. I just had to drop that little thing.
You said when it comes down to this topic, I get really passionate about it because we need to know this, and we need to know how to properly balance our pH in our blood from what we're eating. We can go down this rabbit hole and talk about this forever. For me personally, but to be able to truly help peer persons understand what this is, one. Secondly, to take the action to make it happen. There's a gentleman there in the States. He served in the United States Army for 20 years. And we went through the whole process. When I met him, he was 275 pounds. He was morbid obese. He had diabetes. He had hypertension. He had high cholesterol. And taking all those medications, side effects, he was suffering from erectile dysfunction. So 4 months, we went through the whole process. All plant-based, all natural. All right? 4 months. He went from 275 pounds to 181 pounds. And I had the opportunity, I'm so grateful for this opportunity, to speak to his physician. He was going to the VA, the Veteran Affairs Hospital. And so he was, being seen by this physician for over 10 years. And just that day, I was educating, speaking in different parts of the United States. And so he would go with me and he would tell his story. Because he's a veteran, so he wanted to tell other veterans how to get their health back into par, how to have more energy. So he was there, he told his story. And one day we was in the car driving from North Carolina going down to Atlanta. And the phone rang and it was connected to the car speaker. So I heard the whole conversation. It was his physician. He says, Sergeant, I have never seen your blood work look so good. What are you doing? I've never seen it. I've been treating you for over 10 years. What are you doing? So I had an opportunity to speak to his physician. And of course, he was a little ego. You can hear the ego in his
friction.
And I had to, I wanted specifically to ask him permission to share some information with him. And he said, yes, please do. And I asked him, we realigned his glutathione levels. He says, you did what? What is that?
Wow.
How long have you been practicing?
Yes.
For over 15 years. So, we can, So it's this information is very, very important.
But you mentioned the action piece. So now we hear about glutathione and we're aware. What do we do with that info? I feel like I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, what would you encourage us to at least do first?
Yeah, I partner with a company who truly has been in the health and wellness arena for over 35 years. Their products are in 77 countries and 5 continents. So I had to be able to find the source to be able to help people. And number one, I want to say this in respect to everyone's religion, of course. Genesis 1:29, it says, the very first book of the Bible, and the very first chapter in the verse 29, the seed, the trees that bear forth fruit with seeds in them, it will be your meat. So we got to take that information that God has given us and put that forefront. So I do have a spiritual calling as well too. And I remember I was eating here in the Scarborough area in Canada, and I was asked to speak, and I was like, okay, God, what you want me to say? And I will never forget this moment. It was like about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I had I call it a download from higher source, and it was like, tell my people who call upon my name, don't forget my first and my original intention for you on this earth was not to be sick. Was not to be sick. Cancer was not supposed to be. Diabetes is not shouldn't be here. Everything that we're doing, we're causing on our own self. So the action is you got to find the right product to be able to detox, put the vitamins and the nutritional minerals, antioxidants in the body, and keep on doing it so the cells can reproduce themselves. And this is found in the liver. So the liver produces glutathione. So amazing company. I love this product because I went through the process with these products. I don't have any more issues. So many persons, like the other gentleman I talked about earlier, even down to the big C word, cancer. There's a gentleman in 2010. He was diagnosed with prostate cancer. The doctor told him to get his affairs in order because you have 7 months to live.
Okay.
7 months to live.
Right.
That was in 2010. And I want to share with you, he's still alive today. He's still alive today because he went back. The trees that has fruit, the trees that bear forth fruit with seeds in them, it shall be your meat. There's another scripture, from Leviticus, Ezekiel, Daniel, all the way down to Revelation. It talks about how we should be eating, what we should be doing, how we should eat, what we should eat. And there's a reason why we should be eating a certain way. It's for our protection. So taking that spiritual side along with the physical side and awakening to the mindset, renewing the mind so we can do something differently. Dr. Bob asked me, just yesterday, this red bottle, I drink it every day. Every day. I'm going to keep the antioxidants in my body. And I want to share this with you too. There's so many products on the market. But if the product that you're taking, if you're looking for a product, make sure the product does say no artificial colors and no artificial flavors. All right?
Right.
So the trees that bear forth fruit, all the fruits in here come from a tree. And they all have seeds in them. Your noni, your acai berry, your goji berry, your pomegranate, and your mangosteen. It's going to do something for the body that a man-made drug cannot do. But God created it, and it will be able to. The body is designed to heal itself. I don't make no medical cures diagnosis because I represent myself as an educator, but because I have a product and I can share. So I will tell you, the disclaimer is, with this company, we don't make no disclaimers, treatments, diagnosis, or cures. But on the medical side, I can tell you, your body will heal itself. Because you cut yourself, it's going to bleed, the first form of healing.
To work, yeah.
Scab is going to form, right? Depending on how deep the cut is, you may need a stitch, or you just, a few days later, a month later, you don't even know where the cut went.
Yes, yes.
Right? The body is going to heal itself. They really don't want us to know how our body is to heal itself.
All right, I'm going to stop because there is a heap of comments I need to catch up on. So, good. Dr. Tachi says, good morning, all. Also, Frequency Rent Promotion says, good day, Dr. Vibe, Ryan the Night Owl, and featured guest, Dr. Paylor. What else do we've got? I got my, okay. All right. Dr. Tachi, this is fascination. I think she's probably saying this is fascinating. Also, Right Way Home says Grand Rising. Okay. Right Way Home says Grand Rising, Dr. Vibe and Ryan. Then we've got Serena Will saying, I learned a great deal about, I can't even pronounce that.
Glutathione.
Thank you. Had to go through a specialty lab some time ago. I need to go back and get that tested. Then I'm going to skip her. I'm going to skip her question. We'll come back. I want to get through all the comments first. My mouse is playing real crazy games on me this morning. Okay, let's see. Okay, I think I have it. Oh, my mouse is really doing it to me today. Hold on. All right. Okay. Okay. Age is your experience. I love that. Right Way Home says. All right. Next up, Serena Will says, Dr. Tachi says hello to Serena Wills. Just Toronado says, hello, Dr. Tachi. Ryan Singh, who is the gentleman who introduced me to Dr. Paylor, is in the house saying, good morning. We got some more comments here. Dr. Just Toronado says, come through. Amen.
Yes.
Ryan Singh says, what a way to bring the Bible to our nourishment. Serena Will says, I had a neighbor in my old apartment building. We both left due to mold caused by water damage and other stuff. Her levers were depleted. She used the G word, patches. It felt better after some time. And then Just Tornado says, always baffles me when people say, quote, so and so died so suddenly, unquote. And I'm knowing that this wasn't sudden. Their early demise began long ago. One lift of the fork, spoon, and beverage at a time. What? Okay. And Just Tornado says, good morning. Dr. Tati says, good morning to Just Tornado. This mouse thing is messing me up today. But we got a question. Okay, Serena Wills says, what do you think of the G word? Okay, what do you think of the G word supplementation, even the patches that they have out there?
You want to make sure that you're putting something in the liver that's going to continuous to create as a precursor the product that you're using. I'm gonna say you want fruits that's going to help you to produce the glutathione levels inside of the body on a continuous basis. A patch you leave it on for a few days and it's done. It's not enough. It's got to go through the process of being in the colon, going through the colon, a clean colon, I'm going to add, and going through the colon wall, getting into the bloodstream, going through the liver, and then let it process that way.
Okay. Just to throw it a different direction for a second, what brought you to Canada? You're down in the U.S. What brought you to Canada?
You know what, God?
Okay.
Honestly, God. I didn't think I was going to be here in Canada. Again, this is not my work, Dr. Vibe. It's really not my work. When I gave myself over to God, I said, whatever you need me to go, whatever you need me to do, I'm here. So honestly, God, that's really what got me here, and I'm still here. Since I've been here in Canada, love the Canadians, and I've been here from America. I tell you something, thank you for the warm welcome. But here it's been such an amazing opportunity. I see so much opportunity here in this beautiful country. But the people are welcoming. I tell you something. Just the other day, I had an opportunity to meet a 5-year-old little boy. 5 years old, low levels of iron. His doctors want to put him on dialysis. 5 years old. So of course, me and his parents are working together to get his body realigned at 5. I'm working with so many amazing people. Ryan Singh, absolutely talented, amazing director, producer, amazing father, extraordinary son. Just met him. I met his mom. I was speaking at a church, and his mom is just one phenomenal woman. So yeah, that's what I did Canada.
Fitness IQ Camp says, sorry if this question was asked already. What is the ideal number or level for? I can't say it.
Ion.
Okay, what's the ideal number?
You want it high as you can get it. Okay. You want it as high as you can get it. As high as you can get it. The more alkalinity that you have inside of your body, the healthier you will become, and the healthier you will be.
Okay. All right. So hematology is such a critical field. What are some of the common misconceptions people have about blood health and its impact on overall wellness?
No one really understands how important their blood plays. But when you go to the physician, that's the first thing that they want to do. They want to do a blood analysis. They want to look at your feces. They want to look at your urine to see what's really going on inside of your body. And from my own personal experience working at a major health company there in the District of Columbia, a lot of physicians know some things, but they don't know a lot of things. And they will come to the hematology department to find out. We're going to do just a panel of blood work to find out your Chem 27, your white blood cells, your red blood cells, and all of the things, but not really going into the problem. So again, their job is to help you in their way with taking medication. But when you take medication, there's a lot of side effects to that medication that can truly cause other issues with the body, harmful. And we read them when we get the bag. We read them on the prescription bag. It's stapled right there. This drug may cause hair loss. It may cause you can't drive or operate a heavy machinery. It may cause drowsiness. It may cause heart palpitation. It may cause all of these things. So you have to be, a person have to be an advocate for their own health. First and foremost, you have to be an advocate. You just can't come to any person and ask them their opinion. You can't. You got to take the bull by the horn and truly get the accurate knowledge and truly get on Google. Use the AI. Use the information. We're in technology age now. It's no excuse. We should be, cancer should not be killing us. We should be killing cancer. Okay? Yes. And especially
There we go.
Especially in our community. We got the highest of all the issues in our health. We got the highest. We are leading the race. We are winning the race. And I don't like to say this part, but I'm going to say the facts today. We are winning the race when it comes down to cancer, diabetes, hypertension, and everything else that come along with that. And we're dying too young, unnecessarily, and prematurely. And we don't have to. Put the fork down, cleanse your body, and rebalance yourself. It's about prevention, so you won't get a diagnosis. It's about prevention, so you won't get a diagnosis.
Okay. Comment here from Serena Wills saying, I agree with you. Just Tornado lost a friend in November who was diagnosed with cancer only months before. He died at the age of 49. So one of our producers here says, I have had the general test done, but they refused to give me any others than the general test. What should one do in that situation?
You have to go to an outside laboratory, outside of that doctor's scope. Okay. Because when you go to your physician, there's only going to be a panel of blood work they're going to do, a Chem 27. That's a basic panel. You got to go to maybe a third party. And sometimes going to a third party in Canada, healthcare is different. But I know in the United States, in third party, that's in out of pocket. You're paying for that glutathione level, third party testing. So you got to do what you got to do. You know, we spend so much money on Louis Vuitton. We spend so much money on Chanel.
Oh, do you know Wayne Harris?
No.
Okay.
He's a financial expert that comes on First Fridays.
He says the same thing.
Money.
Yeah, we spend too much money on nonsense when we're dying too young, and our, it's we gotta wake up. We really have to wake up as a people. It's our money that's really making the world go around.
Yep.
It's our black dollar. I did a post this morning on Instagram, and I said it's our heart money, because we work for that every single day with everything in intention to create something for our families and for whatever we need to, our goals will be. That's heart money. We got the money to truly change everything. It's the black dollar that has the black power. Truly, if our community will wake up and truly come together and really, really put other people out of business, it will be a different world. Comes a new world order. It will be a new world order. Let us come together with our finances, with our education, with our Black-owned businesses, as a community, as a people. That's what the true power truly is. That's why it's so much division. That's why so much division about everything. And health, you can have anything you want to have, but if your health ain't right, you can have all the money in the world. But if your health is not right, you can be a pastor or bishop, whatever you want to be. But if your health is not right, how can you do what God has called you to do if your health is not right? So your health is everything. Your health is your wealth. Your health is the most precious thing that you can. It's more valuable than whatever you have in the bank. What would you give for one eye? How much would you sell one eye for? You wouldn't. How much would you sell one pinky for? You wouldn't. A baby toe. You wouldn't sell it for nothing. because you need it. We got to change our mindset, our community. We got the power to do it.
Some more comments here. Fitness. I know, Ron, you want to, let me just get these comments. I'll let you go into it. Fitness IQ says prevention over everything. Just Tornado says, mercy, Serena. We are seeing the effects become rampant. And she also says, the fine print on medicine and food labels is important. I shudder and whisper a prayer every time I see someone with those energy drinks. Antifreeze in a can. And she said, that Just Toronto says, quote, it gives you wings. All right, early angel wings.
Wow.
Fitnet Cam says, I may sell my pinky toe, LOL, when I stump it on the corner of my wall. Golly. Go ahead, Ryan.
Yeah, and just to kind of double down on what we can do to shift our focus, because like you said, once your health starts going, that's where all your priority, all your focus goes, no matter what you do as a living. If you're running your business, if you're wealthy, rich in the bank, as soon as you're sick, that's all you want is your health back. Yeah. So when you talk about this body realignment, can you walk us through what that entails, or how does it get out of alignment?
It gets out of alignment by eating all these pesticides, hormones, injected fast food things. That's how it gets out of alignment. Not eating the right fruits, not taking the right vitamins, not taking the right supplements. That's how it gets out of alignment. Not exercising. That's how it gets out of line. But to take the actions now, I recommend something to a person that I'm coaching, the Ultra Body Cleanse. Amazing. Again, all plant-based. The Ultra Body Cleanse will cleanse the liver, the pancreas, the kidneys, kill parasites. Do you know, I can talk about parasites all day long. Parasites is the #1 issue that people are having that they don't even know, with different diseases that they've been diagnosed with. I'm talking about AIDS, parasite related. Cancer, parasite related. Herpes, parasite related. I can go on with different lists of what parasites can do inside of the body. Parasites can get in the blood. It can eat away they can get in the blood, get to the brain, and eat the brain. Okay? Parasites are crucial. So to start this body realignment, you want to do your Ultra Body Cleanse. It's a lot of detoxes on the market, but those detoxes will take the good and take the bad out. You have to go into rebalance, because if you just do a detox by itself and you don't put nothing in to rejuvenate, then you're left at your pH is left at a state of unbalance. So you got to cleanse, and then you got to put back what you need to put back in on a more healthier basis. Your antioxidants, your vitamins, your minerals. Someone says something about energy drink, the Red Bull energy drink. My energy is crazy because I take my products and it gives me energy. It gives me energy. I can work out 2 hours every day. If it wasn't so cold outside, I wouldn't do it. And sometimes when it's cold, I'll wrap up and I'll still get out there, because it just makes you feel like you're 16 years old. When you get your body back to where it needs to. Remember you were 16, shooting hoops, jumping rope? Remember those days?
Playing center field.
Yeah. You can get that back. You can get your skin. They have all the ladies want the inner glow. Ladies, let me tell you a secret. Cleanse the inside, the inner glow will come. Cleanse the inside, put the antioxidants, the red Lviv in your body, the yellow Lviv in your body, and watch the glow come. Watch it come naturally. No CoverGirl makeup can do that. That comes from the inside. Beauty starts from the inside, and it radiates from the outside. Again, a hair is an appendage of the skin. The largest organ of the body, it is the skin. Okay, that's your other defense of getting rid of toxins out of the body. Going to the restroom, liquid waste, solid waste, get rid of toxins. And then if there is constipation inside of the colon because of parasites, excess fecal matter, I talked to some people. I talked to one lady about maybe 3 months ago. Never cleanse at all. Never cleanse. And respectfully, I'm going to say this. Her breath was absolutely on fire. It was horrible. Seriously. It was horrible, and we all had that experience talking to someone, and then the oral hygiene was really, really strong. What that is, when you're driving down the street and you drive past the plumbings, not the plumbing, the sewage plants, and you smell the smell in your car. Exactly, that happens inside of our first brain, is inside our gut. The brain, the body has two brains. Number one, number two, right? So you got to clean this out. That's the first defense is making sure that you're detoxing and making sure that you're putting the right things inside of your body. Putting the right things inside of your body, and watch what happens. That young lady, she's 71. And I say this respectfully, she looked like she was 6 months pregnant.
Right.
And I gave her the Ultra Body Cleanse. This is the Ultra Body Cleanse. Right. Gave her the Ultra Body Cleanse. She says, I can't tell you what happened the next day. I said, no, I want you to tell me. She says, no, I'm too embarrassed. I said, please tell me, because I already knew. She said, you would not believe what came out of my body. I couldn't believe it. I said, I know. She says, but I feel so good. So now her stomach has gone down. She's 71 years old, 71 years young, I want to say. Her energy. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see us working out every day. And so, I mean, it works. And again, this is all plant-based nutrition. This is God's medicine for the human body.
Okay, I want to jump in with some more comments. Just Tornado says, I like that doctor's point. Love the doctor's point. I saw a young man with $100,000 diamond mouth. Wow. I couldn't help but ask, how are your teeth under that? And how do you do you have life insurance? Fitness IQ Cams, are we able to get a link to that parasite reduction? She'll communicate to me offline and I'll get it to you. And Just Tornado says he froze. She says he froze in his steps. $100,000 diamond mouth over rotten teeth with infection slowly leaking into the bloodstream. Make us make sense. Yeah. Well, I go to my doctor my dentist every 6 months and my doctor every month. My dentist, I've only had 2 cavities in my life.
Fantastic. Yeah.
He has only had 2 cavities. Question for you, as an expert in the beauty industry, how do you see the connection between beauty standards and overall health?
I'm glad you asked that question. Again, cancer. That was my number one hit. That hit me below the belt. My mom, when she died in my arm. So, as a beauty professional, I'm still licensed. I've owned 3 salons in the District of Columbia. I had to be able to learn healthier product. I had to be willing to learn healthier products, regardless if it's a mainstream name that's on the market. So I got my mentor, Mr. John Amico, Italian gentleman, and he sat me down one day and he says, if you learn this education, it will be healthier for you in your business. And I'm like, well, what do you mean? And you'll make more income in your beauty business. And so I just was like, I flushed the ego. I just flushed the ego. You don't know everything, little girl. You better learn something. And so I just flushed my own personal ego and I'll just open myself up to learn more. And let me tell you something. What I learned, it was amazing. I now can do someone's hair color. I don't have to worry about cancer-causing ingredients. I don't have to worry about ammonia that's related to cancer. I don't have to worry about resorcinol that's related to cancer. I don't have to worry about PPD that's related to cancer. And I'm doing someone's hair color. You know how we are about women about our hair? We want to look good and
can't relate.
Okay, but even still, you want to be able, even if you have a beard that you want to keep it useful looking. Some people are embracing the salt and pepper, and that's great. But some people want to keep that useful look. I can use a product that's been around for over 62 years. Okay, that does not have that's a much more healthier product that I can use for myself, because I'm not inhaling. When I mix it up, I'm not inhaling none of these horrible fumes and chemicals in my own personal lungs. And then I'm not giving it to my client, so I can advertise and say I have a healthier product for my business. And so many people with, we spoke about the PPD earlier. You can Google PPD color results and see the people's esophagus are closing up because they're allergic to it. Their faces are exploding because they're allergic to these things. So this company that I use for my beauty industry business, we took those things out of the product line. And then on top of it, we help the licensed beauty barber and hairstylist have healthier products so they make residual income. Okay, so having doing this in the DC area, this company's been around for a very long time, and we have a whole team now. We just had a really, I got so busy I wasn't able to send all the videos that I wanted to share with Dr. Vibe because we had a team call last night. It was packed of licensed hairstylists, other people learning about healthier products in the health arena. When I say health arena, with these products, but then in the beauty arena about with these products. So the information is here. We just have to open up. Oh, I've never heard of this company. Well, this should be your blessed day, your lucky day. Because when God opens up windows, He's rolled out the red carpet for you to walk down some new blessings. Okay.
What are the biggest myths people have about beauty and health that you'd like to debunk?
It's so many toxic chemicals in the beauty industry. I would like to, it's just so many, from makeup to lipstick to hair color to cologne to deodorant that's causing illnesses. We got to wake up. Our community people must wake up to how to stay healthy, because the beauty manufacturer's not going to tell you, oh, they're going to have a really famous celebrity on the box, but that celebrity's getting paid.
Yeah.
But that celebrity, the manufacturer's not going to tell you, well, this so-and-so product with so-and-so's face on it has resorcinol ammonia, PPD. They're not going to tell you that portion of it. So we, as a licensed professional side of the beauty industry, we got to wake our own mindsets up to knowing what's healthier for our own personal health, for our clients, and for our business. Because one of my mentors told me this. He says, I wanted to do my own product line and do my own thing, and it was great. But then I got to thinking, it's no need for me to do that. I need to jump on the bandwagon of a wheel that's already running. Now I'm in business. I'm in partnership with a company, and I'm getting monthly residual dividends every single month, like royalty, residual income. So beauty professionals, understand something. The products that you're using right now, from your Mazzani relaxers, from your Wella color, all that's toxic chemicals is proven, right? But now I can share with you and teach you how you can use a healthier product and make money when you're not behind the chair. Again, I'm going to be transparent. I'm in Canada. I don't have a salon here, right? How am I making money? Because what I did years ago is still paying me. It's still paying me today. And guess what? My name is not on the box, but my name is where it counts on the bank account.
All right. Ryan, I know you got to leave, so.
Yes, my apologies, Dr. Paylor, but love the info, and we'll follow up to find out how we can learn more about the products so that, I can get that cleanse or detox. So looking forward to that.
Nice to meet you as well, too. Great book.
Take care, Night Owl.
Yes, I'll see you at 11 p.m.
All right, take care. Be well. Got a question here from the audience. Is it possible for tests to be missed for blood? I've been struggling with my stomach and eating for years now, and I'm just wondering if this ties into what you study. And this is from one of our producers.
Absolutely. When it comes down to gut health, a lot of people have their microbiome is off balance. Gut health is very, very important. What you're eating is definitely, once you start to cleanse your body, you're going to see the difference in your own physical body, and you'll be able to, once you cleanse and put these things back in your body, you will definitely be able to see the difference on how your body feels in your gut.
Then I want to also ask you, how can individuals in the beauty industry adopt a more health-focused approach to their work and products?
Start looking at your ingredients, being open to learning something different. Being open to, that's the key right there, is to be open to learning something different. How can you set your business different from your competitors around you? Because there's tons of barbershops and salons around the world. But you and your salon, where do you see your business? Who is your target market? How many people are allergic to what the products that you're using in your salon? So you're losing out on those customers and to be able to serve them. So staying in what's going on in the know, keeping up with your continued education, learning these things. When someone like me come to a salon and says, I'm not trying to sell you anything, but I want to invite you to an educational class, an educational Zoom, so you can learn this and implement it for your health, for your business, and for your community. Stay open. Please stay open.
Okay. The theme of our conversation today is what they're not telling you about your health. What they're not telling you about health. What are some of the critical pieces of information that people are missing or not being told?
There's a video that we have, and if we could play that video, Dr. Vibe,
Is that the first one?
That's the one with the gentleman.
There's one with a lady interviewing the gentleman, and then the gentleman by himself. Which one?
The gentleman by himself.
Okay. All right. So
yes,
we're going to put that one up in just a second. So we have to do a little bit of maneuvering to get this video up. Okay. So you'll see a blank screen for just a moment, family. Not gone away. Just don't want to have too much noise, as we call it, when we're running a video. So we'll do this and this.
I'm Dr. Scott Jensen, and I am not exaggerating when I tell you, if you're a patient, your doctor, your insurance company, your clinic, your hospital, we can all get paid more if we make you sicker. And I think you need to understand that. This patient's on Medicare. His insurance company will get paid more by Medicare if this patient is seen as more sick. There's all kinds of incentive plans being doled out by insurance companies and government programs to clinics and providers and healthcare systems. For instance, one of them that you may have heard of is if a clinic can hit a certain threshold level of patients taking a certain kind of vaccine, they get paid a chunk of money for each one of those patients that took the vaccine. So it's not uncommon to have like an influenza vaccine incentive program, and say you have 1,000 patients that could potentially qualify. Well, if you could hit, say, 60%, you might get this amount of money per patient. If you can hit 80%, they'll give you this much. Literally, doctors can get tens and tens of thousands of dollars on an annual basis for an incentive program as simple as that. Here's another one. If we can call you diabetic based on some parameters, even if we're not treating you with a medication or didn't really do anything for you, if we can call you diabetic and we do a test called an A1C. Now, if we do an A1C and we get a 6.8 reading, that allows us to call you diabetic, even if we don't do anything for you. And when a person has diabetes, generally a doctor or a clinic will get a good mark if they can keep that person's A1C less than 7.5, sometimes less than 8, sometimes less than 7. But if you can call someone a diabetic with an A1C of 6.8, you don't have to do anything. You just get to put them down as a diabetic, and they'll count as a good patient for you because you've gotten their A1C to less than 7 or 7.5. So all of a sudden, you've got this bizarre incentive to call as many of your patients as possible as diabetics. Here's another monitoring.
All right. So we are back with Dr. Tyra Paylor, and just saw a little bit of video. So what are your thoughts on that video that you shared with us?
I really wanted people to share that. I would to see that, and I thank you for sharing that because people need to see. They need to hear from the medical sides that you don't know about, conversations that what we're taught, how we're incentivized. So this is really about helping our community and people in general to prevent these things, to prevent these diagnoses in our own everyday life, because the system is not geared for you to be healthy. It's not geared for you to be healthy, as you heard right there from a colleague of mine. So we want you to be able to know this information. No one, people, some, not all, physicians are kind of like, I won't say whistleblowers. What's going on behind the scenes in the beauty industry and in the healthcare industry. We want you to know what's really, really going on. I personally want you to know what's really, really going on so that you can have and take the stand and have the right information so that you can prevent these things from happening. So they can't meet their quotas.
Okay. So what role does systemic inequality in healthcare play in what people are told or not told about their health?
Yeah. There's another clip I may share with you on another time that talks about the systemic areas of our community. A lot of areas, whether it's here in Canada or in the United States, we're targeted. We're targeted. When you go to the physician, they ask you certain questions. How old are you? What is your history in your family? Who has this disease? Who has this diagnosis? So they're fishing for information, and they're gonna say it's genetic. No, sorry, it's not genetic. Some things may be genetic, some things may not be, but a lot of things are preventable. Because if a person who maybe the parent may have been a diabetic from a type 2 diabetic from what they ate, if I don't eat those same things, will I be a diabetic? So it's not just generational information that we have to look at globally in our community.
Good. Welcome, Heather Harris. Great day, she says. Doctors Vibe and Paylor and the Vibe Nation. Oh gosh, the Vibe Nation. I don't know about that, Dr. Harris, another doctor in the house.
Right.
Let me ask, what are the biggest challenges you face in your mission to educate people about health and beauty?
Getting them to listen. They think that they've never heard of this product, they've never heard of this company, they've never heard of this education. Oh, I'm going to go and check with my doctor. You have that right. But this is something that you need to really look into for your own particular health. That's the biggest challenge, is waking up the mindset of our own people.
Okay.
We watch the tell live vision all the time. We watch the tell live vision all the time of different things. We're hypnotized, honestly. Listen to the music that we listen to, you know. So we got to come out of that arena. We can't play in that game anymore.
Okay. Are there specific warning signs in our bodies that we should pay more attention to, but we often ignore?
Absolutely. Absolutely. You could have dizziness, lightheadedness. You know, you can have your heart rate can elevate. You can have a lot of, for example, in the gut health, you can be belching, passing gas a lot. That's indicating the body's talking to you. Your body will speak to you. It will tell you. You just have to be sensitive enough to find out, okay, this is going on. Why is this happening? Do your own research, take the stand for your own health. So your body can talk to you. It will talk to you.
I just want to though put that doing our research online, how do we know it's a credible resource or source?
A credible resource.
Or credible source, because a lot of people do research online, but
Yeah.
how do we know the information is from a credible source? Let me put it that way.
Do multiple researches from different areas. You can go to PubMed, which is it's a medical library there, and you can put in glutathione. You can really go do a lot of research. So you have to, again, fight for your own health. It may take time to find out, okay, this is a credible resource. This is a good product. And then another thing, testimonials. What are the testimonials we're saying? If people have a specific problem, you may have the same diagnosis that someone else has, but they use the product and they got results. Or is it just one person, or is it multiple persons that have the same result? So that's another part of the accuracy of the things that you can put in your body and how they can help you.
So Heather Harris says, that's a word, tele-vision. All right. Let me ask. We got so many conversations. Okay. What? Okay, I'll hold off. I'll do this. How can listeners prioritize their health and outward beauty in a balanced way?
I'm sorry, repeat that question, please.
How can our family here prioritize their inner health and outward beauty in a balanced way?
Start exercise. The more that you exercise, you're decreasing your chances of getting issues. That's number one. Rest. Your body needs 6 to 8 hours of sleep so your body can go into restore itself. Another one is making sure that you're putting the right nutrition in your body. The antioxidants, making sure they don't have any artificial colors, preservatives, and flavors added to the product. Okay, not just everything, but you see everyone's losing weight. It's not about just losing weight, it's about being healthy. Because when you put your body in proper alignment, everything will balance off on its own. If you're a plus size person, you will become to get healthier.
Okay. Building on that, what are 3 things that people can do today to improve their health that they may not already know about?
Give me a call. I'm here. That's the first thing.
And just for everyone who's watching live, I have put it up, but also in the comment sections on the platforms that I own. Her contact information is in there, but continue on.
Yeah. Let's talk about it. What are your issues? Let's just look at it. Let's look at it from a holistic point of view. What are your issues? Let's have a consultation. Exercise, sleeping, detoxing. I can't stress that enough. I cannot stress the detoxing value enough. And you must detox often, because we detox the outside of the body all the time, every day, sometimes 2 and 3 times a day. And what I mean by detoxing the outside of the body, taking a shower, taking a bath, we're cleansing. But when was the last time you cleansed the inside? When was the last time you really cleansed the inside?
Fitness IQ Cam says bars. All right. She says bars. All right. Let's have this. Let's say, so what do you think healthcare and beauty industries need to do differently to better serve people's health?
To start making people aware of what is toxic ingredients in their product. No more ammonia, no more resorcinol, no more PPD. Look for things that it tells you we don't have this or we don't have that in this product anymore. We're taking a healthier approach on the product that we're using for you as a consumer. Look for those companies, look for those products that you can truly trust and that have here's the key, and that has the testimonials that will back up what their products are saying. That's one of the most things I find so incredible. Is the testimonial fact of it's I have so many maybe next time I can come on, is so many people who've gone through this body realignment, and from going from one lady was 186, and she went from 186. Now she's at 147 pounds. She was morbid obese. A lot of issues. So documentation always speaks conversation every day. Always speaks volumes.
All right. So you have worked globally in your field.
Mm-hmm.
How do health and beauty standards differ around the world, and what can we learn from those differences?
Oh wow! When I was in Puerto Vallarta, Mexico, I would go to salons and do events there, and in the beauty industry, it's not really regulated. It's just not really regulated what's healthy and what's not healthy. They say it's good, but there's no in the beauty industry, there is no controlling of what's healthier and what's not healthy. Right? So when in Puerto Vallarta, I would go there, and it was because in the salon was just reeking with chemicals, and I had to leave. I walked in because I use this product, so I'm not accustomed to the toxic fumes, and I went in, and immediately my eyes began to water from the fumes in the air, and I just couldn't breathe. So I had to step outside. And so that's one thing in Puerto Vallarta. Even here in Canada, when I first came to Canada, there was a salon. Same thing happened. So globally, in Mexico, Brazil, Aruba, we need to really understand and just be open to what's healthier out there, and continue to go to your continued education classes. Different states, different countries have different parameters as far as learning the latest trends. And I think I think the beauty industry, we get so fascinated with the latest trends, the latest haircuts, the latest style. And that's really, really great. But if there is no hair on the head, how can we work? Unless a client chooses to be like you wear, you sporting your scalp. And that's your vibe, right? So
I like that. Sporting my scalp. I love that. Sporting the scalp. All right.
But even for the scalp too, we have some products for men that are amazing. Argan oil, carrot oil. That's so much more healthy for the skin. Even lotions that you're putting on your body. Toxic fumes and lotions.
What personal habits or routines do you follow to maintain your own health and well-being?
I drink my product. I'm a product of my product. I exercise every day, and I don't allow excuses to come into my mind.
Okay.
Whatever happens, I'm going to make it fun.
Facts.
Whatever happens, I'm going to make it fun.
Where do you see the future of medical education, particularly in hematology and body alignment, in the next decade?
I would love to see our healthcare systems in either country, United States, even here in Canada, globally, just really get off the bandwagon of big pharma medication, because it has really done a lot of issues for a lot of people, and some in a not so good way. I would love to see us go back to a more holistic, a more godly way of honoring our temples, our bodies, how we can be more healthier. I would love to see that.
So as we wrap up here, so I would love to get your take on this, and I think I mentioned this on Monday's show. I don't know if I did or not.
Mm-hmm.
I go to my doctor every month, and I think we chat about that offline. The last time I went, he tried to do a blood test on me, and I have small veins, and he couldn't find a vein. And he said to me, before you come in for a blood test, make sure you drink a lot of water.
Mm-hmm.
Fact?
Fact. Absolutely. Drink a lot of water. Get your blood circulation before you go to your doctor. Get up in the morning, do some jumping jacks, some push-ups, get your blood flowing. So that blood can start flowing, and those veins will increase a little bit. They help to dilate those veins more. You see when the phlebotomist or whoever's taking your blood, they may pop the hand.
Yes, he does. Yeah, he does that. Yeah, he does that. No, I have a good relationship with my doctor. I've shared with on many times. I say, yeah, I've had the same doctor for about over 25 years, and I go see him every month. And the nice thing is he also is my dad's doctor. So whatever illnesses that my dad has overcome, I don't say had overcome, my doctor is always looking in regards to family history on both sides of my family health and those illnesses that the family have had. So hail out to my doctor. Actually, I'm going to see him next Thursday. There we go. Because I take advantage of it, because I know so many people, when I ask them, when was the last time you went to a doctor? Some people say years. I go, really?
Yeah. And you know, Dr. Vibe, you being an African American king, it's so important that we as African Americans, period, but especially for our kings, African American kings, we need to see more men like you. So thank you for being that leader that's leading the way to showing other kings how to really be kingful. And that's taking care of self first. It's called self-love. And that's something that we don't do. We don't love ourselves enough to go to the doctor. We don't love ourselves enough to go to the doctor to find out, is there a problem? Is there a potentially to be a problem? Or is there a problem? What can we do to make it better? So thank you for loving yourself. I want to see more African American kings to love on themselves, because we need you here. We need you here. There's a whole lot of going on with our Black community as far as males killing each other and all of this type of thing. We need you here. We need strong African American kings to continue to rule and to be healthy in our family structure. So thank you for being that leader.
Well, I do the best I can with what I got, because what I got's good enough. And I'll say African American and African Canadian kings.
Yes.
Well, you know what? Global African American men, because we are global. So let's just include it all. So the Macmillan Group, always a pleasure to have you here, saying good morning. A great conversation, very informative, insightful. Thank you, Dr. Paylor.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Are there any last words you'd like to share with our family today before we let you, because this young queen is hard to get a hold of. So I know we've been able to get her for over an hour, which is a miracle. Thank you, Lord. Is there anything you want to leave with us today before we let you go?
Stay healthy. Be safe. Do what you have to do for your health. Do what you have to do for your health. Keep God first. And again, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Ryan Singh for introducing me to you. And a special shout out to Miss Edith Singh, special lady that I met. As a matter of fact, it's Mr. Singh's mom. And she is super amazing. And I'm glad to be here in Canada. And so I know there's some great things that's going to be coming to the very near future with our collaboration and doing more things. So I'm just grateful to be here. Thank you so much, Dr. Vibe, for inviting me.
Well, the pleasure is mine. Also, yes, big shout out to Ryan Singh, because he called me about 2 or 3 weeks ago via video call via my phone. I go, this don't happen, so something's got to be up. Oh, this is up, 100% up. Ms. Paylor, thank you. There's her email address. There's her phone number. There's her link tree on LinkedIn. Again, on the platforms, most of the platforms that you're watching this live on the replay, it's in the comment section. Also, Serena Wills gives clap emojis to the conversation, which is beautiful. Yeah, so that's how we're going to end off. So as always, I like to say that you're wrong thing. I got to remember what I have to say here. Oh, don't just manage your time, manage your energy. Remember to give yourself grace. And if you're not making money, make history. Sounds like you're doing both.
Thank you. With your help. Thank you. God's grace.
Well, keep the faith. All right, everybody. Another epic conversation here today on the Morning Vibe. We got through it. And you know what? There's a whole bunch more. So in the chat section, if you want Dr. Paylor back, tell me. We'll get her back on. We will get her back on. Absolutely wonderful conversation. Fitness IQ Cam says, thank you again, Dr. Paylor. So absolutely. Thank you so much. There it is there, Dr. Paylor. It's Paylor, not Payor. Paylor. That's all right. We'll take that. All right. So what else? Anyone else? Certainly, if you had any final comments, please put them in the comment section. So as we call the show, some little highlights here as always. Please subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show. That's a reminder to do that. Okay, please subscribe to the Dr. Vibe Show. I want to get over 1,650 subscribers. If you already subscribed, share it out. Share it out. Also, yeah, on YouTube, subscribe and hit the notification button. Also, like the Dr. Vibe Show on Facebook, LinkedIn, and Instagram. Also, join the Morning Vibe Discord group. I'll be putting the link to this conversation over the weekend. Email me. Excuse me. dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com to advertise your business, product, or service on the platform or any of the things that I'm part of. Email me again, dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. Let's get to some comments. There are a few more comments here. So Fitness IQ Cam says, sorry, typing fast. Slow down. Yes. And she did put Paylor. She corrected. Paylor. She put that up. No problem. Yes. There you go, doctor. She got it right. And then Serena Will says, thank you so much. This was an eye-opening conversation. Well, as I say, whenever I come live, I want to achieve one of three things. I want you to think something, do something, or speak something. Think, speak, do. One of those three things. If I achieve that, then I think I'm doing okay. All right. Finally, if you want to get a hold of Ryan Knight, there it is, RyanOneilKnight.com. And it's KN, not N, KN, RyanOneilKnight.com. Also LinkedIn, Ryan Oneil Knight. Instagram at Ryan.Knight99. Email address. Work with me at RyanOneilKnight.com. And also, yeah, follow me. He also, I think he does it on his YouTube. He does his Night Owl show. I know at least 5 days a week. Now, I know there's maybe one or two people. Does he do it every night of the week at 11 p.m. Eastern time? I'm not sure. But check him out there. Myself, the Dr. Vibe Show, the drvibeshow.com, YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, the Dr. Vibe Show, Instagram at the drvibeshow.com, X at drvibeshow, and Blue Sky. No, that's all right. No, put up the other one first. Email address, dr.vibe at the drvibeshow.com. And on Blue Sky, I figured my Blue Sky out. So I put my first post on Blue Sky last night. So there's going to be more stuff from Dr. Vibe on Blue Sky. I figured out how to post on there. Actually, I posted the link to a conversation we had last week on Primetime Saturday. So I got it. Yay. I figured Blue Sky out. Yes. All right. Let's see. Fitness IQ goes, I've seen every night so far. Well, but I'm asking, is it on Monday to Friday or is it on 7 nights a week? That's what I need to know. That's what I need to know. All right. We are done. So one last thing coming up on Monday's show, Diana Webley, lead producer for Kumba, Toronto's largest and longest running Black Future Festival, which it's going to be celebrating their 30th anniversary. That is what's coming up on Monday. All right, let's close it down. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions, then aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. And remember, don't just manage your time, manage your energy. And finally, if you're not making money, make history. We'll see you somewhere on these digital streets, especially in North America over the next week. Keep warm. God bless. Peace well. Keep the faith and walk good.